MUG 2014 September.
Okay.
All right.
Sorry, Tony.
And now we start the presentation.
All right. Can everybody read this? I don't know if I can make it bigger.
No, I can read. Even
That's
I
pretty
can
good.
read that.
All right. So Imagemagick. It's a command line tool that you can use to manipulate pictures and images.
I had to use it once.
Yeah, my main use is resizing images for
That's what I
web
used
use.
it for.
So I was able to throw it into a script, and it goes through and shrinks down to shrinks the quality and the size of the picture. So it's really nice on him. So you go from like a 3 at the time it was a 3 megapixel cameras I was using, and it went from the pixel size was like 2,000 by 3,000
Yeah.
down to 800 by 600. And you could tell it to do, like, the way I use this script is I would just drag the script into the folder, double click it, and it went through and resized all the images in that folder. And then I could easily put them into a web page. So as you can see here, what this does is it detects whether the picture's landscape or portrait style.
How does it know that?
And then it runs
Yeah,
it
the
either,
identify command up there.
the command either way. Although I think the new version of Imagemagick does it anyways.
There's a way to do it.
There's an option for it.
To do what?
If you say
there's a
always
auto-
make it 800 by 600, then it will skew some of the pictures.
Right, I was gonna ask
Stick
about
them one way or the
maintaining the
other.
aspect, because when I
Right.
resized, I made
there's-
everything 720p, but I kept my aspect ratio and manually did each one.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's what this does, is it detects, it finds identify the format, the height and width of the picture, and then it decides whether to convert it by one way or the other. And as you can see, the convert is the command that we're using here as part of Imagemagick. Convert, resize, and then the size of the picture. And then what it does is it prepends small to the picture,
To the file name.
to the file name.
Oh.
Now, I had issues where some of the pictures that were sent to me had spaces in them.
Oh.
So I
hate that.
put together another script that strips out the spaces. And
You could have
Can
done that
you
right here in the
just-
4, right? On the picture name.
Couldn't you have just put the quotes before the S in small and it should have been okay?
Yeah, but it sucks to have spaces in file names when you're trying to manipulate it. Get a-
well, you're talking about right here in this script.
Yeah, if you would have put the quote before the S.
Even that would support spaces in the file name, it's just somebody.
No, what I was doing is up here in find,
Yeah.
whenever there was a space, it took the two separate and tried to make them do it as separate files.
That's because you're using the back quotes. You have
Oh,
to
is
put,
it?
make sure that the individual things or get,
Single quote?
or it would be fine minus the name, *JPEG minus exec, brace, which will put the whole name as a single entity, semicolon, and then put like sh script name that would actually process it, brace.
Okay.
Or you can actually, you can actually collect that as a, well, I don't know,
see.
but you're using the do everything there, but I mean, that's the way to do that.
Yeah, or you could do the find, just pipe it into while read. And the find will
Yeah.
find all of them, and then the read will give you the file name, and then you can just manipulate that first before you get the picture.
Okay.
So anyway, it's,
Yeah, no, yeah, that would be,
There's a million ways to do it.
yeah, actually, yeah, that would be the way to do it, and my lack of scripting skills.
That's okay.
These are,
oh, this is pretty cool, the way you've done this is really
Yeah.
good. It's very simple.
Quite simple, yeah.
Yeah.
so, the way I use it is, I have a set of pictures in the folder, and I have this, we have to make sure it's executable, obviously.
When you drop the script in, is it not executable?
No, it's because I use OneCloud to sync my, some of the.
You use
executable
what?
that doesn't come
OneCloud,
through.
yeah, it strips, it's.
Yeah, so I'm sure there's an option in there, I can tell it to not do that, but I haven't looked into it yet.
I never, ever run scripts like it, just because I'm a command line guy, I never.
Same here.
I never think of dropping things into folders.
No.
And clicking on them to run them.
Yeah, I know,
It's foreign to me.
Yeah.
It works the same either way, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
So-
yeah.
It's just, if I'm running a shell script, I
I know.
like to be at a shell.
Well, then you gotta bring the GUI up, right, to get to it, to click on it, so.
Yeah, but if you're playing with images, you probably want to see them anyway, right?
Yeah.
Yes, if you already have the GUI up,
Right.
because you've been.
Yeah. You'll see during my talk, we spent a lot of time with the command line launching the image viewer. Where he's got his image viewer right there.
And it would help to have ImageMagick installed for it to run.
Yes, you do, or
Ah.
yes, you might have said.
Install.
Install.
Unable to
Try
locate
it with a K on the end, I think.
Yeah, it's got a K on
Or if you
No,
just say
I
image,
see it.
MAG, and type tab.
I don't know.
That doesn't work because it's not a file on local.
No, well, it depends how smart. It works
Oh,
actually, it works. on
tab
the
completion
MP5.
will work in ways you.
Does it?
Scare the
So I just found that it works with SCP on the remote system.
Oh, yeah.
On the remote system?
On the remote system.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yep.
On the remote system?
Yeah, I just.
You mean I've been cutting and typing all these years and it works on the remote
It
system?
does. It does. Hey, I just discovered it last month, so I.
But I retired. It doesn't make any difference to me anymore.
Look at all that crap it's got to load.
Yeah.
So what was the name of the package then?
ImageMagick,
It gets,
CK.
how does it
CK.
do that?
Oh, CK.
Well, because you
But
give the user ID.
If you can, if it has your private key on the other.
Oh,
remote system.
right, because in these cases it does.
Yeah,
and I-
yeah.
Oh, and it's, okay.
Wow.
So by default, this package is not installed. That's
So how
what-
many people are installing it right now over the library now?
Yeah.
Yeah, on mine.
How many of you are using the router?
I'm using your router.
I'm using the library.
Library one.
I don't know who, mine's just connected with full strength, so it must be yours. Yeah, MUG,
Yep.
yep.
And the 5 gigahertz router?
It's a 2.4.
Yeah.
It's the one that I just replaced, so.
Yeah.
Well, I have an open WRT with connected to a, one of these commercial 5 gig,
Oh, I know.
ingenious 5 gigahertz, 2 gigahertz, and then I just use the
Is
2
that right?
gigahertz, 2.4 to link to whatever the
No, I'm
hotel or
logging
wherever I'm
into
at.
it. Yeah.
And then use 5 for everything.
I was SU'd as root. So my pictures obviously weren't in the root. home
No,
folder.
it's slash home slash whatever your name is.
There we go.
Tony.
So it goes through.
Look at
and
that
takes
they go.
Each of them. You can see here it's how it's creating, and so it doesn't destroy the originals. It goes through and creates separate ones.
If you run it recursively, will it
For
make
18.
small dash small?
Yeah, it does. If I run it again, it'll.
But you
it'll do
you
them all
could do
again.
that. You-
Yeah.
You
But
could
it doesn't
filter
do, it
that out.
doesn't make any changes at this point because it's already 800 by 600. It doesn't make them smaller.
You could
And
upgrade that
it's Magic
script
complaint if you use the
Right.
same
prevent
file,
that,
the same,
yeah.
no, it would
Not
actually call it
small.
small dash,
Dot.
so you'd end up with
JPEG.
small
I
dash
would
small.
probably
Small dash,
manipulate
small
the
dash.
script so that put them in a
You
separate
could also
folder
have
so
it
it
sent to a
doesn't
different folder.
reprocess them again and.
You could have them sent to a different folder, so you.
That's what
even
I
if you
do.
run it multiple times, it'll still just overwrite the files in the
Correct.
folder
Yeah.
rather than.
Yeah.
Right, or you could filter it out in the script too, if it begins
Yeah,
with.
I'd run
Right,
them in a
this was,
separate
this was
folder.
something that was just quick and easy for me to throw together
Sure.
for what my purpose was. So it changes from, like, this image is now 120K, where previously it was 500, almost
Wow.
500K.
Yeah. about a fourth.
So yeah, it's about 75% reduction.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe a little
And,
more if you drop the image quality, if you're using thumbnails.
right. Yeah, and, yeah. You can see
Well,
it's
but
still
you were
comes
trying
out-
So bring up the other one, click on the other one too and see what it looks
You weren't really looking for thumbnails, you just wanted a smaller version of it that you could.
Yeah, because
Right.
These things
the
are
quality
print
doesn't look
quality,
No.
the original.
Have you got Justin
Actually, these are
Verlander's
off my-
picture in this there?
Yeah.
These are off of my phone, so they're really not all that great pictures to begin with. But if we go back. to
How'd
this
you
one-
transfer from your phone to,
See, that's, hold on, this is the resized, and this is the original.
Okay,
and
So you can see
actually,
somewhat of a difference, but this is 33% of the size, where the other was at full screen for full
Yeah.
size.
100%.
oh, I got you, where the other one's 100% of the
Oh, no,
800 by
actually, this is at
600.
57 still.
How'd you transfer from your phone to your machine?
OwnCloud.
Oh.
OwnCloud is, I
I
think it's
used,
awesome. I have, it's an automatic image, or his automatic, every time you take a picture, it uploads to my own cloud. And then I have my laptop and my desktop syncing my own cloud back down.
OWNE.
So,
I use KDE
OWN
Connect.
Cloud.
Like
It
like
runs
my
on
own
LAN
cloud,
stack.
yeah.
I use
And it has
KDE
clients.
Connect, and that was cool.
Cool.
Oh, yeah.
But that would just connect your phone right to your laptop, right?
Yeah.
Where OwnCloud does automatic syncing in the background,
Mhm.
and now that this one picture is now in 4 different places.
Can't you plug your phone into your laptop and just access it?
No, it doesn't work.
I had a guy last night that just tried that with a tablet and it didn't work either.
I could do it with my iPhone,
Okay.
which really seems weird.
I think
'cause
Android.
It seems like Android would be
It
natural
it
to do
does.
that.
It
Yeah.
does. I
Every
have no
Android
problem
device
putting
I
my
have
phone in
left
it,
as
which is
a drive, if you may have to set something else up in it.
Oh.
Or you can use something
It has
like
to
the
be
ES
on-
Downloader
it has to be on the SD
and
card.
create a Wi-Fi, you can turn your Android thing into an FTP server.
Yeah.
Windows, SMB, Samba client or a server or any other bunch of other
The
things.
KDE Connect, I think, is similar to an FTP server.
So, and another way to use Imagemagick is with video editing,
Oh, cool.
where this is a presentation I saw a few years ago at Ohio Linux Fest. And as you see, he's from Kitchener, Ontario. But what he does a combination of FFmpeg and ImageMagick to go through and do effects on the video that he wants to use. And if you go about 3/4 of the way down, you can see part of his script. I think this is it. No, we'll go down. Here, where he